Welcome, everyone. This is another one of our heart-powered, inspiring interviews. And today we have an amazing guest with us. And as every time, right? We have amazing speakers, entrepreneurs, and and thought leaders that really inspire you to step up with your speaking, with your business, so you can make a bigger impact in the world. And today I have someone, and you know what? We are both from a family that we both, learned to speak and mastered our speaking from Toastmasters. And our guest today is his name is Kyle Murtagh, and he's pretty much known as Scotland's most exciting public speaker at the moment. In 2018, he founded Confidence by Design, which is an industry-leading presentation skills company that has helped people from all walks of life to transform their public speaking abilities. And he's worked, as clients, he worked with global corporations and ambitious entrepreneurs. Well, his passion, his hard work, and his talent also have led him to win multiple public speaking accolades. Like he's become the European champion in 2021. Well, not only that, but he's now also a successful author. His first book is called The Five Pillars of Effective Public Speaking, and his book got 5-star reviews from readers all over the world who have discovered how to unlock their public speaking potential to achieve tangible results. And I've seen that myself personally many times over, that when people step up with their speaking, their career rocks, they make a bigger impact, their business goes, reaches a different level. And for Kyle, this is only the beginning. What is his next goal? Of course, he wants to become the world championship winner of public speaking. But most importantly, what he's saying is he wants to continue inspiring people just like you to develop your public speaking confidence and to own your presentations like never before. Kyle, it's amazing to have you. Welcome.
It's great to be here. Really looking forward to it. Thank you for having me.
Great. And I know you've been in speaking for a long time. You're not only a seasoned speaker, you're the most exciting speaker of Scotland, which is amazing. You won the speaking championship and you turned your passion for speaking into a business to help other people to step up with their speaking. So as you and I have a lot in common, right? You help people, make their presentations sparkle and their speeches impactful. And we help people really step onto more stages around the world and turn their speaking into a business. So we have a lot in common. We share a mission here. And, again, let's just jump right into it. Everyone here is keen to know more about what are your personal 3 things you do right now to bring your own business to a different level.
My own speaking business to a different level. Well, one thing I certainly do is I'm very keen on creating content. I'm always creating little videos. I do public speaking, so it fits naturally for me to do videos, little tips and hints on public speaking. So I'm doing that every single week. For my business, pushing it forward in any way I can. I'm also making sure that I am building tangible programs that actually make a difference. Before, Monique, what I used to do was like a one-off workshop for people. And that's great. People come along on the day, they enjoy it, they're fired up. But then 7 months down the line, they've gone back to their lives the way it was before, right? And they maybe not have made the tips a habit. So one thing I've decided to do is create a group called the Confidence Club, where we meet up monthly and do consistent workshops, making it a habit, speaking skills for people. So I'm always looking to create programs that have a longevity to them. I think that's absolutely critical when you're creating a speaking business as well. And then I guess lastly, it's just making sure I'm always reaching out for opportunities to speak. This interview today, right? We're going to get the footage of that. We'll make some clips from that. People ask me to come and speak at events for 10 minutes, things like this. I go and do it if I think it's worthwhile, because ultimately the more stage time you get, the better you will become, no matter how good you think you are already.
I love it. So let's dive more into these 3, right? I love each and every one. And you said that you keep creating content. So I know that you have a YouTube channel, and again, there's always the question I get from people I work with, and I'd like to have your take on that is, how do you identify what your audience wants right now? How can you really, creating content is one thing, right? But giving people what they need most right now is what makes a difference. Really offering concrete value two challenges people are facing right now. How do you ensure creating content is really meeting what people need most right now?
I talk to people every week. I'm having meetings with people. I'm talking to business owners. I'm talking to corporates. I'm understanding what their struggles are when it comes to public speaking. And ultimately, I make videos based on that. So a lot of people struggle with how to look, sound, and feel confident. You could make about 75 videos on those three things alone. So it's really just focusing on the things people are struggling with or what they want to achieve and making video content based on that. So you've got to talk to people. You've got to get to know your audience, as all great public speakers say.
Absolutely. And, again, how do you then turn, creating that content into attracting clients?
Well, ultimately, the idea behind the content is to give people value. So if you watch one of my videos, Monique, and you enjoy it, right? You learn something new and you think, wow, I can use that in my next presentation, and then you go and do so and you get a good result. Well, you're more likely to be open to having a meeting with me, to perhaps reaching out to me later on if you want to improve your public speaking going forward. So what the content really does, in my eyes anyway, is it sort of sets you apart as an authority figure, as an expert in that field. So then whenever someone is interested in your content and they want to learn more, they're going to reach out to you. You're going to be first of mind because you're almost omnipresent, because you're there every week on your audience's feeds or your potential clients' feeds. So that's the kind of idea behind content for me. Give value, just give them a taste of what you can do, like a sample of ice cream, and then maybe they'll buy the whole tub. That's the idea.
Right. And I also love what you're saying is that, again, as you realize and learn, as you were building your own business, you realize that being out there speaking is great, right? Again, you get visible, people connect with you, they resonate with you, right? But, again, when we speak, we inspire people. And as you said yourself, inspiration is fabulous in the moment. But often all that energy, that excitement dies pretty shortly afterwards. So this is why you say you're not only creating speeches and you're not only out there speaking, but you create programs to really have people embrace, or really like embrace the power and the opportunity of becoming a better speaker. So again, a lot of people create a lot of programs, but again, a lot of people find it hard to get, people sign up to their programs. So, how do you go about that? How do you create programs that really attract people to sign up? And then what is your marketing behind your programs to get people really, excited to join you?
Yeah. I mean, look, you've got to utilize a range of different tools. The way I work, I mostly market on social media, LinkedIn to be specific, because that's where my audience is. So I create posts around the programs, giving people an insight of what's involved in the programs, maybe share some testimonials from the programs, maybe share even a little video clip or two from some of the training. That gets people excited. I also do some networking events as well, which is still extremely valuable and probably underutilized by a lot of speakers. And then also reaching out. You don't necessarily have to cold call, but you can cold message. And the cool thing is, once you actually are creating content on a consistent basis, it might not actually be a cold message. Because you could message someone and they've probably seen you on their feed at some point. So there's almost a level of familiarity already. They know me a little bit before I reach out. So reaching out to people is a great way, I think, to get things kicked off as well, and has really made a big difference for me too. So you've got to have a range of different tools. You cannot rely on one. You've got to have an arsenal available in terms of how you're going to generate your leads and ultimately your clients.
Amazing. And I love, especially one point that you mentioned is like the running networking events, which is underutilized by speakers and entrepreneurs a lot. Tell us more about that. How are you running them?
Well, I don't run them. I attend them. Okay. So literally just finding events, and the cool thing is they don't even have to be local events. I'm based in Glasgow, Scotland, so I used to only go to events in Glasgow, Scotland. But now, as we all know, the world has opened up completely, and I can go to an event in Australia, America, Germany, right? I can be anywhere in the world because now we have Zoom and we've all gone virtual. So going around networking events and really knowing who your target market is at those events and then having one-to-ones with those people later on, following up with them, getting to know them, that's how you build relationships, I believe. And that's ultimately how you potentially bring on clients as well, or collaboration opportunities, or maybe you can refer someone to someone else. You've got to be there to have that opportunity, right? And it's something I used to do a tremendous amount of, networking. I'm doing it a little bit less now, but I'm trying to make it more consistent once again.
Again, and you know what? I love it. And a lot of people always say, you know what, being out there all the time is time consuming and everything else. But it might just be this one connection that brings everything to a different level, right? So I love having coffee chats with people, building partnerships, you know, exploring and also attracting clients this way. And, you know, I love, Kyle, that you're out there, you know, participating in those. I mean, I've been running these kind of events, bringing people together, creating spaces where they can connect with each other, get to know each other. Because again, you know, I mean, attending is great, but running them is also a powerful way to, again, we are the ones standing out. You know, we are the ones being seen as the expert and as the people magnets, right?
Yes.
So I think either way is powerful.
Yeah.
You know, I also love that you say, hey, I am a speaker, right? I mean, we're both speakers, right? We keep reaching out to event organizers and, you know, and people that run events on a regular basis. So what are your best strategies to secure your own speaking gigs?
Yes, the whole, what I learned early on was the whole build it and they will come doesn't really work. So you do have to reach out. And one thing which I do, say I want to bring on some more team training clients, for example, work with corporates, is I'll offer them a free taster session, a free, you know, 15, 20-minute taster session. That's what I'll send in my cold message. What a lot of people do in their cold message is they're wanting something, right? They're not giving any value. I'm offering something. It's their choice if they want to take it or not, but that's often a great way to get in the door, and then they experience a session. Let's say they enjoy it, could lead to more training later on. So that's certainly one thing that I do when I am reaching out as well. Other stuff that you can do is you can share some of your posts, some of your videos, right? Send them a 3-minute YouTube video that you've created. If they like it, they'll probably be interested in learning more about what you can do. So really trying to tailor your message, maybe sending a specific video that will resonate with that particular event organizer or corporate client can make a big difference as well. But you've got to reach out. That's the key point here. They're not going to come to you unless you've, you know, accomplished a tremendous amount in your life. You've already elevated yourself to a certain point. But you probably only get to that certain point by reaching out, by doing these events. So you've got to work before they will come, I believe.
Right, absolutely. Love it. A lot of great hints and tips. We also, you know, I mean, as you know, our business is called HeartPowered Business, and we love to always ask our guests, what does it mean to you to run a heart-powered business? Kyle.
I think, in my opinion, what I interpret that as is making a tangible emotional impact on people through your work. So what I like to believe is, yes, I'm teaching public speaking, but really what I'm giving is confidence. Because the thing is, when you become, you know, well-versed in public speaking, once you are confident speaking in front of, say, 100 people, having an interview like this, Monique, is not that bad. Going to a networking event, not that bad. Reaching out on a cold message or a cold call even, not that bad, because you've conquered that hardest form of communication, public speaking. So everything else becomes easier. So every aspect of communication in your life, you're filled with more confidence. So that's a heart-powered business to me, a business that is making a tangible emotional impact on its clients.
I love it. Amazing interpretation, and that's what it is for us too, and more. So Kyle, also, you know, I mean, you're you know, a man of action, obviously, right? Every entrepreneur needs to be, right?
Yes.
And then again, when we take action on a consistent basis, that's what gets us the results.
Yeah.
What we do on a consistent basis is what we call a habit, right? So I always love to ask our guests, like, what is one of your habits that really gets you going, keeps you going, and keeps you strong, and keeps you evolving and growing, and your business too? What is your number one success habit?
Sure. Well, seeing we're talking about the kind of business side of speaking, I make sure every day has a specific task. So, for example, one thing I do on Mondays is I follow up on all the people who've interacted with my content. Follow up Mondays is what I call it. On Tuesdays, it's sales follow up. So anyone who has sort of inquired, given any hints, suggested that they're interested, I'll follow up with them. On Wednesday, we reach out Wednesdays. I'll reach out to people. So by having that sort of consistency, having a place for every action on the week, if you like, it makes it consistent, makes it more of a habit, makes it flow more, and over time it all adds up. That consistency of assigning each day a specific task which will move your business forward in a sales, from a sales perspective and a marketing perspective as well. So that is something which has helped me tremendously, and hopefully will help others too.
Yeah, so I would recommend you all pick that up, okay? Take every day of the week and make it, have some focus tasks specifically dedicated and done on that day. And I love it. You always say like, you say like Kyle and, a lot of speakers, entrepreneurs, we create a lot of content. So again, if you have one day of content creation, right, you can create something for weeks and even month ahead. So, again, and that makes it easier, more fun. We're in swing, that's our creation production day or time, right? And that makes a big difference. So I love that habit. Great one. And then again, we always like to have everyone that is with us here, the speakers and entrepreneurs that are following us regularly, we want them to take a concrete action. Because again, only when we turn our inspiration into action, things start to change to the better, right?
Yeah.
So what is one thing you would recommend everyone that is here with us today to do today to turn, some of the golden nuggets that we discussed and shared today, and turn that into action? What would you recommend them to do?
Well, following on from my last point there, in terms of making sure you've got a process for your sales, what I'd recommend doing is take a book, perhaps a sheet of white paper, write down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then on the other side, write down what you're going to do on each of those days. What is the one thing that you could do frequently, every single week, on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, that will move your business forward? Write that down and then try to commit to it. Commit to it every single week. And by committing to that specific action on a specific day, you'll move mountains by the end of the year.
I love it. It's a great way and really makes planning so much easier in so many ways, right? And also, some of these actions could be like, Monday, reach out to event organizers, right? So, weave that in as well to secure your next speaking opportunities for yourself. Great, Kyle. I know you and I could keep talking for quite a while, but every amazing, inspiring interview needs to come to an end. But before we close, I'd really like everyone here to get an opportunity to connect with you. What's the best way? Where can they find you? How can they connect with you?
Yeah, a couple of different ways. One is to connect with me on LinkedIn. Type in Kyle Murtagh. There's not too many Murtaghs out there, so you should be able to find me. Connect with me. Happy to have a virtual coffee conversation. Or you can find me on my website, confidencebydesign.co.uk. Happy to have a chat with anyone, so please do reach out if you would like to.
Love it. And I think all of you, if you want to really bring your speaking to the next level, reach out to Kyle. I mean, he has a lot to share. Check out his YouTube channel and, connect with him personally and pick up some hints and tips. Kyle, that's amazing. And again, as I know, you and I, we both have been Toastmasters for many years, right? It's where we started to speak and craft our speaking. And, over the years, I've seen how many people, once they really embrace the power of their voice, have stepped up in their career, in their business, in powerful ways. So I hope that all of you appreciated, our interview today with Kyle. Pick up the golden hints and tips and take action, right? Create your calendar and your plan on a daily basis and say, this day I'm going to do this. That's a great hint and practice and habit that I'm going to definitely pick up as well for myself, Kyle. And again, connect with Kyle and find an opportunity today to speak up and share your voice in a greater way. So thank you, Kyle, for being on with us. Thank you all for being on with us on such a regular basis. And again, if you have a friend that you feel like he or she needs to listen to this, bring them on, share this interview with them. Okay, again, as we always say, caring is sharing, right? So, okay, and also in our community, our HeartPowered Global Nation, join the community and also share with us, like, have you implemented this habit of setting up concrete tasks for concrete days. How is it going for you? You know, what successes are you celebrating as a result of it? Share it with us. As you know, we are here to cheer you on and to support you in the greatest way possible. So now, the only thing I'd like to say at the end of it, keep creating your own magic, speak up, scale up, impact the world, and we'll be back with another interview very soon. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you all for being on today, and we'll see each other in our HeartPowered Global Nation. All the best for now.